We're here at UBC, home of the Keevil Institute, one of the largest mining engineering schools in Canada, and perhaps even the world. The future of this industry looks strong, but business leaders and experts say they're experiencing a huge shortage of skilled labor. So we're here to find out what this school is doing to help meet that demand. Unlike the students in other faculties around this university, these students have a particularly promising outlook upon graduation.
What distinguishes our department is the fact that there's really no shortage of jobs for our students.
Because of the huge HR shortfall, there's always going to be jobs for them and for anyone else that comes out. We're looking at a situation now where there was a study done a few years ago in Canada which was looking at a shortfall of 80,000 jobs in the industry.
McLaughlin suggests with the numbers being this large, the void won't be filled anytime soon. But Scoble suggests the faculty has to proceed with caution.
Well, we're doing our best. It's a tremendous challenge to suddenly switch on, if you like, and move up another extra gear. We've tripled our numbers probably within the last decade, and we've been in a growth mode anyway. We have to be careful because one of our strengths is this tremendous community that we have that revolves around being a relatively small school.
Scoble explains how this tight-knit community found within the mining department is reflective of what students can expect to find in the industry. And this is one of the features that attracts students like Holly Burton.
Well, actually, when I came to UBC, I wanted to be like an aerospace engineer. Like, airplanes are really glamorous, right? And in first year, they make us take this class where we all have to sit in this room and all the departments come in and tell us why we should be in their department, why they're really great, right? And mining came in, and I laughed, and I was like, oh, I don't want to be in mining. Mining, they just dig holes all day. Who wants to do that, right? And but I sat there and listened, because in first year, you never skip class, right? And I sat there and listened, and I was really intrigued. I was like, wow, this is amazing. There's all this opportunity. Like, I had never heard of mining before. I thought it was like how it is in like Zoolander, you know, these guys with these hard hats on, and they're all covered in dust. Like, I had no idea it was this completely modern industry with all this opportunity going on right now. I never thought of it. And it was really small, and there were lots of people. It seemed really great. I came up to the open house and met the department head, a lot of different people here, and they were really great to me. And I thought about it, you know, and I said I could go into aerospace and I might not have a great job. And, you know, there's gonna be tons of other people. I'm always in competition. I could go into mining, things would be a little bit better for me. And it was this whole new thing that I'd never heard of, and it was really exciting, and that's basically why I picked it.
And for other students like Colby Miller, their views of the industry completely changed through work terms.
My instant thought in my mind was, you know, guys on the ground with picks and shovels, dust and dirt everywhere, just a really old school vision of mining. The more I learn about it through my classes and going away to work at mines, the more I've learned it's a very high-tech industry. And it's really on the cutting edge of everything.
Miller adds it's an industry full of opportunity, and it's up to the individual to make the most of it.
You really get to travel and really see a lot of amazing places. A lot of companies are worldwide companies now, so they'll move you to operation. You can be in Canada this year, Australia the next, Madagascar the year after, then Mongolia, then back to Canada. It's really what you decide to make of it.
And if travel isn't for you, there's lots of other benefits.
It's an industry that treats you very, very well. The money is very good.
Pay and travel are both perks.
McLaughlin says one of the strengths and reasons why the mining department has grown so rapidly over the last few years is their recruitment approach.
So we will have a series of students with a PowerPoint presentation behind them, basically saying what they did last summer, you know, where they worked, the interesting things that they found in that work. And it's a huge success.
I've learned that, especially in mining, people really matter. It wasn't necessarily that before I came here I didn't know that, but I didn't really realize how much it applied. Like, this last summer while I was working, you know, you realize now with the industry having so few employees and needing so many people that, like, they really have to try and hold on to who they have, right?
Miller agrees, people are essential to mining operations. And to be a good mining engineer,
you have to be able to deal with people. It's not just sitting behind a computer, crunching away numbers, being a human calculator. You're out there in the field working with people, making sure the plans get implemented and that people are safe.
Experts suggest they are teaching the next generation of mining engineers to take an integrated approach to managing finite resources.
A lot of people think the term sustainability doesn't make sense. How could mining ever be sustainable? But But what we're talking about is sustaining a community. We're talking about sustaining companies.
Well, nowadays, if you find a deposit in the ground, the big challenge is how you address more than just the technical dimensions of the project. You've got to really pay close attention to environmental stewardship.
We will always have mining because people need materials. There's half the world that needs our standard of living and want our standard of living and are going to demand it. So mining is not going to go away, and what we have to do is find a balance.
And this department is striving to develop this balance within each of the graduates they produce. I'm Corleen Jarvis for Mining Industry TV.